you're recording. Sorry, you're recording.
It snowed a lot today, so preparation was at a minimum. There's some really, really great beers, though, floating around right now. Some stuff that came into Connecticut this week. Stuff like, what are you needing? Glass?
Glass.
Yeah. Hey, speak right up, man. Don't feel bashful. Stuff like, I know my brother who's online, he got the Oscar Blues Death by Coconut today.
I saw that. Yep.
Which is just
super.
Yeah. He texted me today, and I know that one's floating around right now.
There's another Oscar Blues I saw. So checked it in last night. One that I had. It was pretty good. They gave it a good rating.
Nice. Obviously, right now, and we're going to have one tonight, there's the Stone and Joy guys, which are good through the 4th Valentine's Day. 14th. So there's the Enjoy buys. They've got an unfiltered IPA and a black IPA. So those are floating around, which are very, very good. Both of them are excellent.
Your brother said it was great. Whatever you guys just said.
The Death by Coconut.
Can he log in or doesn't have the camera?
Yeah, Death by Coconut.
He can log in if he wants to.
He was looking for it, and I recommended it to him. That thing is awesome.
Okay, have you had it or no?
Yeah, I've had it.
Oh, here he comes. In he goes.
You got to make that thing loud so we can hear him. So what we're going to have tonight is just a whole bunch of kind of random stuff. We're going to start off with a Sea Hag.
Jeff's flipping you off. Better me. I don't know.
New England Brewing Company Sea Hag. Connecticut beer. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, but it's just excellent, and it came out fresh. So we'll enjoy one of these before we get on to anything else. But
who else got snow? Raise your hand.
Holy moly!
So 3 days ago, it was supposed to be a storm that might brush by us. It was going off the coast, and we may get an inch or two. And then yesterday they switched it to possibly 5 inches, and we got 10. You think?
A good 8.
8 to 10.
Are you drinking wine?
Yeah.
It's the beer.
It's a beer black.
So earlier today, Dennis House from WFSB, he put out a tweet and said, "Send me your photos. I may put them on the air." My boss texts me at like 6:15. Hey, I just saw your house on time. So yeah, I sent one out there.
I should have said.
And it ended up on the 6 o'clock news. They were talking about how much snow we got in this part of the state. So
today's a good day to just drink.
Yep. My back is sore from shoveling and all that crap. So Sea Hag IPA, great IPA, and when it's fresh like this, this just got canned 6 days ago. So
hey, we like it.
You want to try a sip?
We may have Mr. Siani maybe stopping by.
Oh, cool.
His daughter, he was supposed to definitely come by, but his daughter broke her wrist sledding today.
Oh no!
So now he's going to try to come, but now he really needs a drink. Actually, I saw he had drinking already.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not sure he's coming.
Right.
While we're kind of enjoying this first beer, I want to just talk about a couple of beers that we happen to stumble across. Super, super rare, but unbelievable. The first one, we had it last week for the first time, is Castile. It's a Belgian red. It's kind of like a founder's red. This thing is just juice. It's great to the end of the world, and it's fantastic.
It doesn't even taste like beer.
It doesn't taste like beer at all. It tastes like
cherry soda.
Outstanding.
And for anybody on Untappd, for those of you who watch, this is the 2013 version. And as of now, there's only something like 120 check-ins on this total. And between us and Ken Ciani, we have like 4 of them.
And the thing about it is, I don't think it's one of those beers that hasn't caught on yet, so it's still at a really reasonable price. I think this is, what,
$9.99.
$9.99. So you still get it really, really cheap. I mean, that's going to be probably a $20, $25 a bottle relatively soon once it catches on.
Well,
and
if you get
tonight,
if you get the Castile in the in the 4-pack bottles, that was $22.99 for a 4-pack. The little one is probably like
8 or 10 ounces.
8 or 10 ounces.
Even tonight, we haven't tried this one. This is a 2011 from Castile, Belgian ale. We haven't tried this one before, but with as good as that one, I just couldn't pass it up when I found it.
Is that a red also?
And
this is just like a plant.
It's a little bit. It says it's a Belgian ale. I don't really know what to expect of this. But, wouldn't you know, our little place here, Tony's Package Store, they got in 1 case of each, and nobody really knows what it is. So I picked up a couple bottles, and wouldn't you know, it's like one of the most spectacular red Founders Red type ales. And, we'll see what this has. Founders Red, and we'll see what this one's all about. But, I just have a feeling that it's going to be awesome. This one's an 11%er. Whereas,
keep saying Founders instead of Flanders.
Oh, Flanders, sorry. This one's an 11.
That's an 11?
This one's an 11%.
That was up there, too. I remember it was like a 9 or something. It was up there.
Yeah. So, these are pretty heavy duty, but man, oh man.
Good stuff.
It's just absolutely crazy how good these things are.
Oh, you got somebody new?
Cheers. William? Hi, William. Welcome, William. We're just drinking tonight, talking about beer. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Is Jeff still on?
Yeah, Jeff's sitting there.
Did he chime in? I mean, is he on the thing?
He's on. He's
Yeah,
on.
he's
So,
in.
what did you think of the Death by Coconut? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really. I just had a little bit of it. It was warm. I had just gotten home from work, but it was awesome. Asha loved it.
Yeah, that thing is crazy. You got that? Where'd you get that? At Total Wine?
Yeah, and it's insane because I go there all the time and they never have it. But I went back and they just, they got a couple of them sitting right there on the shelf. They got another one right now.
That place is unbelievable, man.
Yo, that stuff ain't free, man. Holy
No.
Well, what'd you pay for the treehouse that day? You got the black market markup.
Well, I got the treehouse at my local joint,
Yes. I know.
and I paid $7 a can. But at Total Wild, well, they had to mark it up. They went all the way up there.
Listen, we're glad you did because we got to share.
And but the Death by Coconut was like $11 for 4.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
If you were to go to a bar and buy, a pint of that, it would be like $10 probably, or eight anyway.
Dude, you can get that at a bar somewhere. They have that like on tap at places.
I have seen people check it in before, but it's not around very often. I see it on Untapped, and that's the only reason that I know that people have had it before.
Less blabbing, more drinking.
Where's the brewery?
That one's Oscar Blues,
Yeah, but where is it?
New York.
Uh-huh.
No, Oscar Blues is Rochester.
No idea. I can look it up.
You know what? I can tell you right now. I have a couple Oscar Blues right here.
You don't have the death.
As he.
No, yeah. What do you have?
Guys,
I
don't
have
you touch Jim down there.
Or 1050.
1050, that's right. That's not
Oh, this one's from North Carolina. I thought Oscar Blues was New York.
New York, North Carolina, what's the difference?
Yeah, close enough.
I don't know. I'm from New York and lived not too far from North Carolina, and there's a huge difference.
So we're doing the sip. Have we ever done this?
No, we haven't done Vermont yet. So.
All right. So if those of you who have not had it, Sip of Sunshine is probably one of the better double IPAs you can get your hands on. Unfortunately, it used to only be available in Vermont. Now it's being brewed in Connecticut as well at Two Roads. So we're lucky because we can pretty much get it anytime we want it. It is the house beer of the Belcher Bar. So pretty much every week we have it. It's a beautiful, more kind of like a Gandhi-Bot style, very juicy IPA, double IPA. It's a beauty.
And again, for those who haven't had it, I know that some people, even as close to us as New Jersey, have been fiending to try to get their hands on it. So
I saw she posted tonight. She had it.
I don't know how many people who
Melissa.
I don't know how far they ship, but I know that I've been getting questions through Untapped of, how can I get some? Can we trade? So
it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
FYI, Oscar Blues is actually, it's OSKAR. Yeah, it's actually Colorado and North Carolina.
Oh, Colorado and North Carolina. Oh, well.
New York, Colorado.
For some reason, I thought it was New York. I don't know.
You were thinking of me, baby. Thinking of me. Can we have glasses? Can I have glass?
You may.
Please.
Oh, that's such a nice beer. That's a beauty. One of my favorites.
So, if you can get your hands on some Sip of Sunshine, and again, it's one of those where, especially here even in the Northeast, where it's pretty readily available, you have to ask for it at your local distributor or package store because it won't be sitting on the shelf. They'll have it hidden in the back because as soon as word gets out, whatever small quantity they have will be sold out in an hour.
Yeah, unless you have to be lucky enough to stumble upon it in a little mom and pop that they didn't.
Oh, your brother's got some Sip. He's showing off.
Showing his Sip.
It's one of those things where people travel an hour plus to find a place that has it. It's gotten pretty crazy with the demand for Sip, and we know people that have gone up to Vermont and come back with 10 or 15 cases by traveling around to a bunch of different places up in Vermont and come home with a truckload.
Spend a weekend driving around Vermont, going from package store to package store, follow delivery trucks, stuff like that, trying to get it. And they do it. They succeed. They come back with cases.
Yeah, there's a small fortune.
Did you open yours, Jeff? Are you just
No, I've been drinking wine. I don't want to mix.
Wow, that is tasty. It is. What's the overall rating on that on Untapped?
The Untapped
Tomorrow will be a beer day.
Oh, tomorrow beer day.
What's up? Tomorrow's beer day. Yeah. It's 4.51 is the 4.51 is the rating on it. Well, we might skew those numbers. We do drink a lot of it, but still, 4.51 is an unbelievable rating. 43,321 check-ins with a 4.51 average rating. If you're not on Untapped, and it's a 1 through 5 rating system. Half points, so quarter points. Excuse me. So to get a 4.51, it's obviously a lot of people rating it 5, 4.5 to 5 is pretty much where everyone's rating it.
That's insane. Yep. So go ahead.
Hey Matt.
Yo.
What's that other one The Alchemist makes, and it's only available locally up there at
Focal Banger.
Yeah, Focal Banger. Have you had any of it ever?
I have had one, and it just won Best IPA in America.
I know. I saw that. That's why I'm asking you.
Yep, and it's available in Vermont, especially up around Waterbury, Vermont.
Yep.
You go up to Waterbury, you can find it at a place like the Prohibition Pig. A bunch of the different little restaurants up there will even have it. But more than anything, go. Believe it or not, you stop at the local gas stations and they sell them because that's where you find a lot of that stuff up there.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah,
was it good?
And I've had one, and I had it when we were driving home from Jay Peak when we went up there a year ago or so, and we stopped in Waterbury on our way across to the highway and had lunch. And the little place that we were at had a sign on the wall that said, "We have Hetty Topper." So I was like, "Oh, great, I'll have one of those." She said, "Oh, we're sold out." But
you can have a Focal Banger.
No, she said, "We have this new one. we have a handful of them left. We really don't even know what it is yet. We just got them in, and it was Focal Banger, and that's the only time I had one."
Yeah, that's what Ken was supposed to bring us down. Remember, Ken was going to go out and get it.
Was it good?
Was it?
Yeah, it's excellent. It's better than Hetty, in my opinion. It's more citrus based than Hetty, in my opinion. Hetty is just so incredibly smooth. It's so well balanced that when you drink it, to me anyway, I'm almost waiting for something like a pine finish or a citrus note or something because it's just so well balanced. It's almost too good.
Yeah.
whereas Focal Banger has that kind of citrus note that comes through, and to me that just gave it a little bit more character than the Heady had. But I mean, you're talking a 100 and a 99.9.
Right.
I mean, they're both excellent.
Yeah. So Matt sent me a message earlier this week telling me that Focal Banger won the best beer in America, and then about a couple minutes later sent me another message saying that Steady Habit, which is the brewery right across the bridge here, won best new brewery in Connecticut. Yep.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome. I saw that as well.
Is it best new brewery in Connecticut?
Yeah,
best new brewery.
Best new brewery in Connecticut. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, what do you think of the shirt? You see it?
I can't see what it says.
What?
Well, dude, I'm looking at you on a screen that's like the size of my thumb.
Oh,
he's looking at his phone.
Oh.
Read it for him.
It says the Belcher Bar Beer Blab.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and your shirts. That's killer.
I know.
The Rate Beer, that's the big thing that came out this week was from Rate Beer, and in Connecticut.
Wait a minute. Rape beer?
Rate
RATE.
Rate Beer. So in Connecticut, New England Brewing Company was the best brewer. Igor by Two Roads was the best beer. And there's multiple versions of that. I don't remember exactly which version it was. Steady Habit was the best new brewer. Yeah, they have one like Igor's Dream, and there's different years and there's different styles. There's a maple finish. There's oak barrel aged. So there's different ones out there. I can tell you this. I think it was last weekend. Two Roads did a release of Igor's Dream, and I don't remember specifically which one again, but they put out something on Twitter at like 11:30 because they open up at noon. They said, 30 minutes until doors open, and you should have seen the line that was in the photo. It was massive.
Wow.
They opened up at noon. At 10 after 12, they were putting out tweets. This sold out. This one sold out.
Good for them, man.
It was incredible.
What's next, Matt?
Either Stone and Joy By or the Southern Tier. Why don't we do the Southern Tier?
Stay on the same vein.
Well, they're all the same vein.
Where's
All those. Yeah.
You guys drinking IPAs tonight?
For now.
Doubles, apparently.
Well,
I'm with it.
All right.
We have to drink the 2X IPA because there's a special badge for that tonight.
Right, there's a badge. Matt was telling me there's a badge for this beer for the next 2 weeks only, so we're badge wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff, you gotta get on Untapped, man. You're ready.
It'll also help you that you don't have to call Matt every time you want to find a beer.
I love the flavor of like an awesome beer, but I drink like one and then I get a headache.
It doesn't. Oh, yeah. I can understand that.
Of the what?
One
A
beer.
good.
A good one.
I love Captain's Daughter or Sip of Sunshine or something like that. But I have one and it's like Headache City, and I love that beer. I savor every sip, and then I'm just like, ugh, and I don't feel right for the rest of the night. But I can drink wine all night long. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I usually don't feel right the next day.
Well, that's because you leave beer. So this one that we're drinking now is by Southern Tier Brewing Company. They are out of New York, and I'm sure of that. They make all kinds of different styles. They make IPAs and stouts and porters. Pretty impressive brewery. I don't know a lot about them, but this two-time IPA, so double IPA, it's a really, really nice IPA.
Sweet. On the sweet side.
It is a little bit sweet. 8.2% alcohol, so it's right there with the Sip of Sunshines and those guys as far as alcohol content goes.
That's very good.
But again, for those that are on Untapped, you know that for drinking certain things, you get badges. And you know, you have your very first beer, you get your first badge, it calls you the newbie, and as you post things, you get different badges based on quantity, location. They have special beers based on specific holidays or special events. You know, like the Big E might have its own.
Every major
badge.
holiday will have a badge for that year. So Mardi Gras 2016, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. You get a badge for all those when you have a beer. First beer you have on that day.
And so for whatever reason, this beer just got its own badge. Untapped put it out today that from February 5th today through the 15th, being the day after Valentine's Day, you have one of these and you get a special badge.
I'm going to tell you what. I've checked it in 4 times. I've rated it a 3.5. I'm betting the badge is because they changed the recipe because this is much, much better than I remember.
Whoa, it's much smoother than I remember.
Much better. So I bet they changed the recipe. They bribed Untapped to give them a badge so people will try it, and it's outstanding. Trying it again. Again, I probably had it 10 or 15 times. I've checked it in 4 times. Much, much better than I remember.
That is tasty.
Oh, FYI, your brother said gotta try that 2-tier. He's logged out from.
Okay. So I have a bunch of this stuff at the house right now. This is really good.
You can only get 1 badge, man.
Hey, that's fine.
I'm gonna bump my rating up to a 4.25. That's much, much better than I remember.
It's really solid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still a little sweet, but it's got some more bite to it. There you go. And there's the badge. You can see it.
What does it say? Why it gives it to you?
Double your expectations. This is an ale that demands reverence. Consistently rated the top double IPA, citrusy hops, teases the senses, and just the right balance of malts disguises the extra gravity.
Your brother says it's got to be better than the ashtray shit he had the other night.
Yes, I would agree. It's better than the ashtray shit.
This is very good. What was the ashtray shit?
I don't remember what it was.
Did we have it here?
Yeah, he had it here. He didn't like it. He
Did
said
we
it
try
tasted like an ashtray.
It was a coffee stout
That's right.
or
Yeah.
a coffee porter.
As a matter of fact, speaking of ashtray shit, I just saw something.
That's good.
I just saw
You wanna
something
try
the
it?
other day,
Okay.
and I forget whose it is. I'll have to look it up. They just posted they have a brand new beer called Ashtray Stout.
Oh, that's good.
It probably tastes like an ashtray, so you should let your brother try it.
Sean's dying. I gotta beat it. Have a good night.
See you.
Bye. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there that people are brewing right now. It's actually, we've mentioned it every time we're doing one of these. It's just a great time to love beer.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, Lawson's has one. I don't think you guys have had yet. It's called Shh.
Ooh,
That's the name of the beer.
That's the name of the beer.
have not had that.
No.
No, we can't find it within 50 miles. So
Well,
if anybody out
Lawson's-
there's had Shh, let us know.
Lawson's is only in Vermont, so
Oh, when we go to New Hampshire, we can hop over the border.
So what we should do is if we should do the blabs, and then we should post that we will give a shirt away to one person who joins the lab and stays for more than 20 minutes. we'll give them a shirt.
no, they have to contribute though.
Well, yeah, they can't just put us on and walk away. They have to be actively involved.
Sounds like a blab challenge.
And
to
here's
me.
the thing: you don't have to ask questions.
Just talk.
Just drink beer with us.
Just drink beer and chat and interact. I mean, this is a social event, and I think the snow kept a couple people away because I know for sure Ken was coming tonight. He actually went out and went shopping. Another shopping day that he said that if Kim saw the receipt, he was in trouble. Another one of those.
Said here first.
Yeah. So it would have been. So we would have had him, and he would have given him a shirt. So if you can't see the shirts, or maybe you can, I don't know. But it's a pretty nice shirt.
Yeah, it looks
I have
great.
to fix the camera because right now it's in
Pop
mirror
your
image.
website there.
Oh yeah, and the website for the shirts is www.boxrxllc.com, which is there's nothing really on the website unless you're a CrossFitter. There's really nothing on the website that you would want. However, We make sure it's custom made, and you just send us a message. Best way to get us is through Facebook. You can send us an email too. But if you go on our Facebook page and you send us an instant message on Facebook, we'll pick it up and we'll design a shirt for you or help you design a shirt. This is my wife who's over there. This is her company, and
Made this shirt?
We're promoting. That's another one, a Belcher bar. So that one we were trying to find the Brady Bunch font, but we couldn't find it. And then I found it last night, and that's what this one is. This is the Brady Bunch font, and I'm not using it for commercial purposes. In case anyone, any trademark attorneys are watching.
While we're enjoying our Southern Tier 2-time IPA, I just want to do the one sports note of the night. A proud moment here in Connecticut. Senior forward Brandon Sherrod of Yale University set an NCAA record tonight for consecutive field goals made. He made 30 field goals in a row in Division 1A men's basketball.
Wow.
The previous record was 26. He now blew it away. He made his first 5 shots tonight. He's now at 30 consecutive field goals. So he now owns the NCAA record. Yale University, right here in Connecticut.
Basketball team's not that great, but they have a guy who can make some shots.
They beat UConn last year.
We could have beat UConn last year.
Well, I don't know. Last year was not a good year for Matt in basketball.
No. No, Matt. We gotta beat it last year. Speaking of Yale University and records, just a side note, one of my family members, who would that be? So my mom's uncle or somebody like that.
Yeah. Because it was Uncle Lee.
Yeah.
So that was your mom's uncle.
Yeah, my mom's uncle once broke the world record held by Johnny Weissmiller.
Beat my Johnny Weissmuller.
While he was a swimmer at Yale in like the 100-yard freestyle or something like that.
Wow.
At the time, it was the world record. He owned it. Yeah, how about that?
And if you don't know who Johnny Weissmuller is, he's the guy who played.
If you don't know who Johnny Weissmuller is, how dare you?
Yeah.
Don't even go.
Don't even come on this
I
live.
actually put a post out there, not to get into politics, but I put a post out there about a political post, but it really wasn't political. It was a girl at her college, the University of Texas, walking around asking people simple questions like, "Who's the vice president?"
We
Did you
saw
see that?
that.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Who won the Civil War?
Who won the Civil War?
Which one? Which one?
What, in the 1960s? American, your education.
It's ridiculous. And these are college kids. These are kids that are in college.
Welcome to Common Core.
Right.
But they all
Wait, did I say that on a blab? It's being recorded? Sorry.
Yeah, but the big thing is they all went through schools that taught to standardized tests.
Yeah, but you know what? They all know who Snooki was and which show she was on.
Oh yeah.
They all knew who Brad Pitt was married to.
But they had no idea the Civil War even existed.
They didn't know who the vice president was. They knew who the president was. They knew who the vice president was.
So maybe in all these remakes of all these movies everybody's doing, we should, remake, I don't know, the Civil War roots and,
they do
teach some history.
There's some good. We gotta watch the History Channel. I'm sure they're not watching the History Channel. They're watching E!
Well, History Channel's all reality shows now.
Speaking of the History Channel, H2, which is the good one, is now all of their programming is going on History Channel, and that's becoming some new channel.
Oh, wait. Are they going to have a beer lab? Because we're talking about beer now. We got to get back to beer.
Sorry.
Back to beer. Got on this tangent.
This is what happens when we drink beer.
If we want to sign off, we can. Otherwise, we could just keep on.
We have one more to drink. We have one more to drink.
We were going to open a Stone Enjoy By and talk about
we'll finish on the Stone
the beauty of the Stone Enjoy By series.
Yes, I already tagged them in this lab.
So yeah, and I'm sure they can't wait to hear what we have to say.
One side note. In Boston this weekend is the Great American Brew Fest.
Is Jim Cook hosting it?
Hey.
I believe that's what it's called, is the Great American Brew Fest. It's been all over my Twitter handle because all the brewers are up there. and supposedly it's a massive thing. I really don't know that much about it, to be honest with you, which is horrible on my part. I'm actually looking through my Twitter right now to try to get a handle on it. But I know Jeff Nelson, my buddy Jeff Nelson. Hi, Jeff. He works for Ballast Point. He's up there today.
He runs all
Why
weekend.
don't you?
They got hammered today too. They got a lot of snow up there.
They did get a lot of snow up there. I'm looking for it right now.
You guys have had the stone already?
Yeah,
We have had the Stone Enjoy by already.
Did you put it through the physics yet?
I did not put it through the physics yet.
we should put
Well,
the black, the double black through the physics. That'd probably be a better way.
Either one would be great because they're both IPAs. Yeah. So yeah, we'll use the physics with the Stone Enjoy by. That would be awesome.
Okay, because I'm gonna now tag physics.
It's called Extreme Beer Fest.
Nice.
So I've just tagged physics so that they know it's coming out.
Yep. And physics, hi physics. They're my buddies on Untapped now because I've been tagging them like crazy because I use the thing all the time.
Basically, what the physics is, it's this
Oh, look,
contraption.
it's your Twitter.
It's a contraption that that when you put beer in it does something that screws up the natural balance of nature.
Here's the way the physics works. I don't work for physics. I don't have any, personal stock or anything in physics.
We just drink beer.
But I'm telling you, this thing works. This is all that it is. Battery-powered machine, has a flip top. You put a beer inside of it. It holds growlers, cans, bottles. It does not hold the tall Pop Top 750s, though. They're too tall for this. But you put a beer inside of this, and we will demonstrate here shortly. And you pour it just like a regular tap. And what it does is it uses sound waves to break up the CO2 molecules or the CO2 bubbles and molecules into smaller nitro-style molecules. So it makes a much creamier head, much creamier finish, really releases the aromas. And I'm telling you,
it makes a difference. And it's just like if you've ever had a beer on nitro, so you have the best example I can give was that the fruit beer, and I had it on out of the bottle, and then I had it in nitro, and it tasted like two totally different beers. And that's the same thing that happens here. So if you've ever had beer in nitro, you know what we're talking about. This does basically the same thing. That's a great shirt you're wearing there. It's a beauty. And cider.
So we'll enjoy one of those through this. Why not?
All right, we'll enjoy by it. We'll enjoy by physics.
So for discussion purposes, right now there's two Enjoy Buys. Here's the one we're going to open. This is the Enjoy By February 14th Black IPA.
This is the
Enjoy By
IPA.
Unfiltered IPA. That unfiltered IPA, I kid you not, is a top of the line IPA.
It's an Imperial. It doesn't say Imperial, but it's a 9.4. So
and that thing is incredible. How good that is.
And it's typical Stone though, very smooth. They hide the bigness. In I don't know how they do it. We're amazed every time we drink it. It tastes like you're drinking a 4.5 or a 5, and you're drinking a 9.5 or a 10. Big beers they find, and they're a West Coast brewery that captures the East Coast style. They probably don't want to hear that, but they really they get a really nice citrus hop. They're able to smooth out that malt profile. They're beautiful beers.
So take your beer. Put it in your physics. There's a hose inside here. I'll turn it like this. There's a hose in here that you drop right into the beer.
Where did you get that physics?
Brookstone. It is available at
Brookstone.
So you lock this container, and this is where the magic happens. This is what releases the sound waves that breaks up the CO2 molecules. Actually, here, let me move your phone. Put it up like this so that
Alright, hold on,
people can see what it looks like.
Just
No, don't worry about it. I'm going to move that out.
Pour a little bit into the little cups. I can see what it looks like when you pour. Oh, it's too late.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm gonna say without the physics and then with the physics.
Oh.
It's too late. We can't do that.
Oh, yeah, right. So it's got a double whammy hammer here. So you pull it just like you're tapping a keg, and you get to a point, you decide to stop, and then you push it backwards, and then the frequency of the sound that transmits through the canister changes, and that's what really pushes the...
You gotta give them a little bit.
No, that's pretty good.
So there you go, the physics beer. The bubbles on the top are very small.
Hold on, Eric Doug wants to come in and say hello.
All right.
Hey, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What is that? Is that like a beer brewer?
No, this is called a physics. It's available at Brookstone and a few other retailers. And what it does is inside of this canister, and I'll show you right now. You don't fill it with beer. You actually put a beer inside. So right now we've got it filled with a Stone Black IPA Enjoy By, and it's got a hose in it.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Pour some.
Sure. So you'll see if you just pour a nice, heavy pour, because I like to put in a fairly heavy pour, it gives really big bubbles.
Okay, so it's just like the perfect pour of beer out of a bottle.
This gives big carbonation bubbles coming straight out of the bottle. When you put it through the physics, it uses sound waves and it breaks up the bubbles and makes it more like a nitro style. You ever have a beer that's nitro?
No, but I'm tracking.
Oh, great. Or how about a Guinness?
Yes.
So, that creamy head of the Guinness is because of the nitrogen bubbles, and they're much smaller, so a lot more bubbles fit into the same cubic centimeter of space. And that's essentially what this does. It uses sound waves to break up the larger CO2 molecules and bubbles, makes them smaller, makes it a creamier finish, it gives it a creamier head. And if you ever get anything that's nitro, that's exactly what that's doing. It
enhances the flavor as well. I don't know how, but it does. It enhances the flavor.
When we first got it, we didn't really think it would work, and wow. Wow.
All right, that's something I need to Google. What is that called again?
Physics.
Physics.
F-I-Z-Z-I-C-S. Physics.
Yeah.
And it's really something. I'll tell you. I've put some really high. Say that again.
Brookstone.
Yeah.
I know you can get it at Brookstone, but I've also seen Physics has posted a couple things on their Twitter handle that it's available in a couple other places now as well.
Okay. I bookmarked it.
Okay, great. And I'll say this. I've put some pretty high-end beers through this thing just messing around with it. Stuff like I put a Sip of Sunshine through here, which is one of the highest-rated double IPAs. And Physics says on their site, hey, look, for double IPAs that are already really hoppy, this doesn't really do a lot because the hop profile is already there. This thing took that and made it more creamy rather than hoppy, so it was more like a creamsicle rather than a hoppy.
What can it do to a bottle of whiskey?
Oh, sorry.
It's interesting.
They say flat out that it's only to be used on beer. It doesn't do supposedly because of the type of carbonation. It doesn't do anything to soda or any other type of really carbonated beverage. That's what they say, but I've never tried on any other type of carbonated beverage. But it has to be a carbonated beverage because it needs to be able to break up those the CO2 molecules.
Yeah. They have to break up those little big bubbles. If it ain't got it.
Right, and make them little bubbles. So any sort of liquor is not going to
creamy taste, I guess.
If you mix the liquor with a soda,
right?
If you like a.
Yeah, we don't know if that's
but I don't.
You can't put that through the physics.
But they say not to do that. But I've never tried, to be honest with you. So
Eric, where are you from?
I'm from California. I live in Kansas.
Oh, all right.
How's the weather in Kansas these days?
Right now, pretty decent. A couple weeks ago, pretty bad, and a couple weeks from now, it'll probably be really bad again. But right now, it's pretty good.
You and I, what kind of beer you like?
Cold.
Cold beer.
No,
Like
but
beer?
I like some ambers, and I'm generally a fan of wheat beers. That's mainly
Nice.
wheat beers, and if I drink something else, I'd be like ambers, and then sometimes I try to go back to my roots and drink some malt liquor.
Oh, nice.
But you mentioned whiskey.
Yes, that's I generally drink whiskey, just straight
All right.
whiskey.
So let's flip the switch on the beer blab for a second. What do you like? Are you
Whiskey?
yeah.
Belvini is probably my favorite.
I just found one recently. It's this one right here. It's called Eagle Rare.
Never heard of that.
It's by the same people. It's actually brewed by or distilled by Buffalo Trace. So Buffalo Trace, I recommend to just about everybody. It's a fantastic single barrel bourbon, and the people that distill Buffalo Trace do Rare Eagle, which is this one, and this is kind of their higher end bourbon. The thing I love about Buffalo Trace is that for a moderate price of like $20 to $25, you get a really, really, really high end bourbon that tastes more like it's in the $40 to $50 range.
That's why I like Knob Creek. I like Knob Creek because it has that. It's not terribly expensive, and you get that that malted like woodsy taste of an aged. I don't even know if it's aged that much, but you get that aged flavor in it. That's why I like Knob Creek. But truthfully, like if my day-to-day drink is fucking what do I got? Kentucky Gentleman.
Really? Wow.
Because hey, it gets the job done, but I'm not trying to spend fucking $40 a bottle every fucking time either. So once a month, I get a nice bottle.
Yeah, that's like this one that I got. It's called Bullet. Bullet. And this is old fashioned. You take that out with your teeth.
What was the why the big laugh about Kentucky Gentleman though?
No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just one of those things that a lot of people don't do it as their go-to. There, more people are just like Jack or Maker's Mark.
I don't think Jack tastes that good, man. I think Jack tastes like a cheap fucking liquor, and why would I spend fucking $15 more on a bottle of Jack when it tastes just as cheap as every other fucking liquor out there? You know what I'm saying? Like in Jim Beam, like I don't think they're particularly that fucking much better than any other whiskey or bourbon out there. So I'm either gonna drink some Kentucky fucking Gentleman, or I'm gonna go and get Belvini or Blue Label fucking Johnny Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Nice.
There's no middle ground. Fuck the middle ground. Drunk on the bottom, get high on the top.
So we're gonna circle back here for just a second and talk about this last beer that we're gonna enjoy. So again, if you haven't had this, Stone Enjoy By
From your home state of California.
Kansas.
He's from California. He lives in Kansas.
San Diego beer.
Sorry about my sonny.
Stone kills it, and they do so many things good. But their Enjoy By series changes all the time. This one just happens to be for Valentine's Day, but they come up. They're always changing. They had a Black Friday version, which was a black IPA. This one's Valentine's Day. I don't know what their next one will be yet.
We've had Halloween.
They had a black IPA.
Thanksgiving.
So the version is always changing, but they're always super, super fresh. This is Enjoy By February 14th. It was bottled on January 9th.
Yeah, we didn't get it. We didn't get it here. Remember, we didn't get it here till a week after that.
Right. So we've had this in Connecticut for maybe 2 weeks now, maybe.
Yep.
So that's it. So again, super duper.
You guys are in Connecticut right now?
What's that?
You guys are in Connecticut right now?
Yeah, we live in Connecticut. Yeah.
Lots of snow.
Lots of snow. We got hit with snow again today.
Yep.
Oh, good times.
Hammered
Hammered now.
with snow.
Hammered.
With snow.
With snow. And hammered. So we're going to do one more beer?
No, that was the last one.
The last one? All right. Okay.
So
Did my screen freeze on you guys?
what's that?
Did my screen freeze on you guys?
I don't think so.
No.
Are you, Eric, are you on Untapped? You on the Untapped
what?
app? The Untapped app. Beer app. It's a beer app. It's a.
Oh no, I don't know what that is.
You should get on it. It's a,
One second, I'm gonna close this out and call back in because my screen is all funky.
we're actually shutting down though. I think. What are we doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. But hey, tune in next week, same time, same beer channel.
Okay. You guys have a good one.
Thanks. Tune in.
Cool. Night.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, shut her down.